girl that was talking about daddy issues.
Yeah.
How she's now in a toxic relationship, all in the name of you want that
Yeah.
but you find yourself being with somebody that's not even there. You have daddy issues.
Yeah.
It leads you to just wanting somebody around, and I feel like it also connects with having absent parents as well.
Yeah.
So today we are talking about dealing with the trauma of absent parents, which can be challenging, but recognizing the impact and finding ways to cope is essential for our well-being.
Yeah.
So the stage is yours.
Now, I want you to understand that it's no one's fault. It's just life.
True.
It's not your fault that you're a child, nor is it your fault that you are a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really sit down and think about it, if the parent was there always, how is the home going to run?
True.
But also, if you sit down and think about it, to say home is not run by dollars. So why we're having this conversation is not to witch hunt. It's to try and find healing.
True.
Some sort of healing. That's why we're having the conversation. So for you to be a normal person, it has to be emotional, physical, of course, and financial. But there are certain things that I need you to understand. So I graded them. I'm not a psychologist, so I may not have psychologist terms. But I graded what I felt from what I've seen in ministry in general, dealing with human beings in general. I graded them into 4. I graded them as those who are physically absent. And this is what I jotted down. These parents are absent due to career demands. They travel, personal priorities. The child may have material provisions, but lacks deep parental connection. Remember the time when there was a time where parents used to go to the UK?
Yes.
They're not there. But it's not that the child is in need. Auntie's staying at home. But they don't have a connection. That children compensated happening at the home that has provided a shelter. So the child, this is what the child feels, or what childhood is like. There's a lot of about it, if you've gone through this, that everyone is wondering, you've had everything when you're growing up, and the child still feels, I'm not important, I'm an afterthought. I feel like a transaction, a decision that has been made on the table.
True.
No one ever asks me why stuff for attention. And you say, but your parents are not like that. It's not that. I'm not looking for the money anymore. I'm now looking to be one. Adulthood. Adults then associate success with working too much. You work all the time. Got to be successful. You're a people pleaser.
True.
You get validation from when people see you.
And you're so apologetic, right?
Yes. And you go out of your way, and you begin to do stuff and overdo stuff. So I opposite genders. The boys may have women if it's their mother who's always absent. The girls may then have daddy issues, what you're talking about, seeking validation from older men or unavailable men.
True. Unavailable.
So you'd rather have a man who sees you and who loves you once in a while, because that's what you know.
True.
You can't date in your age group because you want daddy. You're looking for dad.
Want a father.
You want a father figure, and that's your idea of your type. What that does is now you're intergenerationally marrying or intergenerationally dating. So now you can't even come down to the real problems of those who are in your age, time. This also affects your temperament. It alters, oriented, but emotionally detached. You get things done. You're a CEO of note, but you never come home to the baby of 6 months, pick them up and play with them, because to you, you can't relate to that. It also may develop a melancholic type of temperament in you. When you are happy, you cry. When you're sad, you cry. You're so analytical. You're very emotional. You're emotional about everything. Yet you are creative and nice. You are as you hurt people the way you love them. When they never cross your path, you're okay. When they do cross your path, we even say, but who is this? And remember, the Bible is examples of this. Eli, as a child, not having until you compensate when you have the power to choose. And that's adulthood. And then sometimes it brings us to this marriage influence. You may then seek constantly available partners to compensate for the lack of presence in your childhood. You can then struggle with work-life balance, prioritizing career over family, because this is what you know.
It's what you're used to.
This is what I know. So it doesn't just affect you when you're not there. I'm saying, I get it that you need to look for money. I get it that you need to work hard, and I get it that your schedule is so bad, but don't forget there are people that look up to you at home. And also for those who've been through homes like this, you are just replaying what you know. Your dad was a workaholic, you've become that. You don't have time. But what I really want you to understand is you are detaching. You are detaching so badly. And India has a small problem because move on. They are there. It is when you see mom running, hi mommy, how you okay? How you feeling? Mom, today school was so overwhelming. Oh really? Do you want to talk about it? I mean in Africa, they don't talk about what? Pack your bags there, do
Why
your chores.
are you overwhelmed?
Detached. That's why we don't understand when you maybe it's cute for women when you're trying to get his attention and you're throwing up and you're throwing tantrums and you're showing up and he's like, shut. Hey, can you get your stuff together? Because he doesn't know what to do with you.
Good was women they're struggling. Because most of them are like that.
Because we don't know.
Most of them are like that.
Like we're understand. Are you angry? What do you want me to fix? Because problem equals fix. But I don't get it. It's you being feminine, you know, you're being in your womanness. And I'm looking at you like problem. Like that. So, as a girl, you may either fear intimacy. Oh, this one here now, this one here. If you marry a girl like this, intimacy may be on budget. I'm speaking in adults because I don't know who's listening.
Yeah, sure.